they've kept Abhishek, despite many suggesting that maybe they can tinker a bit because he's a bit out of form, drop those catches, not really amongst the runs, barring that 150. But they've still stuck with it. What do you make of that call?
I think that's showing confidence in a talented young man. Yes, he's going through a little bit of a lean patch. He's got just one half century and a couple of ducks. Yes, there's a little bit of pressure on him, the pressure of expectations. I think he's just got to forget that. He's just got to play each ball on its merits. But I would argue one advice that I would give to him is that in T20 also, you do not have to bat always at the top gear. You can bat at a slightly lower gear, maybe gear three, like we saw Sanju Samson in the game against the West Indies, where we all know he's capable of hitting the sixes, but he was, playing along the ground, playing, looking to chip the ball rather than power the ball away. And he got a brilliant 97 Sanju Samson. So taking a leaf from that and looking at the situation, not looking to hit every ball, particularly because of the power play situation, not looking to hit every ball for a six, I think will help Abhishek.
Simon, nobody knows this ground better than you. You played all your cricket there. The Wankhede, we know the sea breeze comes in. There's a bit of grass that has been left on the pitch. It's a good batting pitch. They'll be due with all factors in mind and based on your experience. Uh, who's most likely to benefit out of this pitch? Will it be a batter's paradise? Do you think fast bowlers can make merry here? Or do you think no, with that extra bounce, spinners come into play? Who do you think is going to be the decisive factor in this based on the condition?
Yes, you're absolutely right. I think this is a pitch which generally has given a fair bit of bounce to the fast bowlers. So those who are prepared to bend their backs and bowl just that right length around the 7 meter mark will not be easy to score off. England have Sam Curran, Jafra Arch, and Overton who can pitch the ball around that length. But India also have an Arshdeep Singh and Jasprit Bumrah who can take advantage of that. But having said that, because the ball comes onto the bat quite nicely, the batters can get under the ball and power it away. So it's a very good cricket pitch. Generally, it's a very good cricket pitch because there is something in it for everybody. Even the spinners can get the ball to grip a little and turn a little bit. But once the dew sets in for the team batting second, the spin factor will probably not be as much because the ball will skid on, not rather grip and turn. So I think that is something that the captains will take in mind once the toss is done.
Knowing the conditions as well as you do, Sai, which team has the personnel to make the most of the conditions on offer today, whether the pitch or the general conditions in Mumbai?
See, look, both teams are very well balanced. I think out of the teams on in this tournament, if you had to say which were the teams that had the best balanced attack as well as batting depth, etc., you would say England and India because they have top quality new ball bowlers, top quality spinners. So it's a very well balanced sort of contest between two teams which have played some very good cricket. But I would make England slight favourites because of the way they won all their matches in the Super 8. India, on the other hand, lost their first match and lost it by a big margin against South Africa. So I would make England just slight favourites because of the way they have come through. The other thing is that England have had a slightly couple of days longer break than other teams. So sometimes getting into that straight away into that rhythm sometimes cannot work because you've had just a couple of days longer than you should have.
Looking closely at the two teams, let's talk about England. You put them as slight favorites. Who's that one player you think can have a good day today, and the player that India should really be wary of? It could be a batter, a bowler from the England ranks.
There are two batters who I think India should be a little bit concerned about, and one is Phil Salt, and the other is Harry Brook. I think Josh Butler, if he gets into form, then again it's trouble for India. From the batting front, I would say that these are the two that India have to worry about. And in the bowling, I think Sam Curran and Jafra Archer. These are the two that in the initial overs will be hard to negotiate, hard to score on.
I'm looking at it from India's point of view now. Some batter or the other has stepped up on occasion. Suryakumar, sometimes Shivam Dube, Sanju Samson in the semi-final. Who do you think is really going to turn up on this big stage today? Again, keeping in mind the occasion, the ground, and everything.
I think Suryakumar Yadav. Suryakumar Yadav is one, and then I think Tilak Verma. These are the two who in the middle overs will have a responsibility on them. and then Hardik Pandya to finish. I think those were the three who will have to do a lot of work today.
So, whichever team wins here, of course, will take a major step towards the title. But the team that will be waiting there will be New Zealand. A word on their performance yesterday. What a dominating performance to knock out, which many thought were the tournament favorites in South Africa.
Oh, absolutely. I think they played some outstanding cricket. Their batting was amazing. I think their bowling also was quite okay. Um, I think if their captain can get their bowling order right, then I think they'll be able to restrict teams to even lesser than what they restricted South Africa to. And making use of that sixth bowler is so crucial. I think that's where they give themselves maybe 20 runs too many to chase. But that actually made it that much more exciting. Made it that much more exciting because then that's why how we saw Finn Allen get the fastest T20 World Cup 100. And what an innings that was! What an opening stand that was! Imagine scoring 170 plus in just 12.5 overs. That tells you how well this New Zealand batting is shaping up.